Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Music licensing reimagined.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
So we're going to call this game for you. This is Minnesota All-Stars versus Boston Roller Derby A team.
And skating for Minnesota, we got 0-0 Mad Libs, 1-1-0 Anaconda, number 112 Whoopsie Daisy, number 1128 Poisonberry Pie, number 14 Breezes, number 1618 Centripetal Force, number 187 Lexi Cuter, number 20 Roland Riz, number 29 Killer B, number 34 Pretty Rackless, number 616 Bisquick, number 69 A Mandalorian, number 775 Prim Reaper, number 82 Brutal, number 981 Dougie. They're coached by Max, Peter, Gertrude Stein, and Raichu.
All right, skating in black, coming in as the high seed on this tournament, Boston Roller Derby, 013 Monsoon, 100 Downher, 120 Electrocute, 183 Felix Block, 2 MC Slammer, 21 Malice, 23 Trouble Helix, 25 Rainbow Crash, 30 DVS Harm Assist, 337 Agenda, 36 Structurally Unsound, 4 Mare, 451 Rage Bradbury, 749 Wednesday Adams, 896 Wreck. Coached by Jeff, Bo, Slugs, and Puma.
Also want to give some official love out there to Velma, Deckley, Otter Mayhem, Kit Ruff, Rex Blocker, Deck in the Box, 9 Inch Wheels, Nerdy Little Secret, Tombo number 5, Rita Slayworth.
Rita. All right, and skating officials are Genetic, Mary Chaos, Umpire Strikes Back, Newbie McHusband, Kira Duncan, Toxic Narcotic, and Bacon Ate Her.
Far out. We got all that stuff done, and we still got 2 minutes. Why don't you talk about what happened last time these two teams met?
So the last time these two teams met, it was a little tournament called the North America Northeast Regionals in Pennsylvania.
I love Pennsylvania.
And
hi, Pinky.
And Boston won this game.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And I'm trying to find. I was like, oh, give me the games.
Give me the games.
Give me the games.
I know you got it.
So this is a, yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting. Ooh. Okay, there's been a
While
lot
Chai's
of roller derby.
While Chai's looking that up, I want to say hi to Harley, who's watching back home. Papa Pepper will be home Monday afternoon, okay, Harley? Harley Grace with the pretty face, the button nose, and the baby toes. Big blue eyes and the rolling thighs made me so happy just to be alive, Harley Grace.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so.
I'm glad you found it.
I'm ready. That was a perfect time filler.
Absolutely.
So Boston A did beat Minnesota 132 to 112 at the regionals last year in Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this is going to be a game.
Yes. That was that one where y'all were up on the announcer perch way up high, right?
Way up high.
Yes, I remember that.
And then the last time they played each other was in 2015.
That was pre-Penny.
That was a long time ago. And Minnesota won this one, 201 to 112.
Oh, wow.
So Boston saw that and held a grudge for the next 9 years, and they held Minnesota to 112 points.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see what happens.
Let's see
We
what
all know.
happens. That's why we play this game.
That's why we do. That's why we do this.
I'm so glad you are with us. Thanks for everybody watching on the Twitch, everybody that's in the house. And I got one question for you. Are y'all ready for some roller derby?
I can't hear you, Tula. All right, nice lobster claws.
Yes, lobster claws. It's a
Lobster claws.
crustacean. Who do we got on that line there, Cha?
Who is up there? They've already started. I see
Lexecutor.
Monswoon and Lexecutor. So Monswoon jamming for Boston, Lexecutor for Minnesota, and that is going to be our first lead jammer, Minnesota, Lexecutor. Rainbow Crash gracing us with our first Night Owl penalty in the Night Owl penalty box. Star Pass completed to your fave, Wednesday Adams.
Big hit by Prim there in the middle.
Yeah.
Just giant kind of hit from Prim.
Prim Reaper, Team USA.
Absolutely.
Wednesday Adams, Team Salam.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Jam 1 in the books. Minnesota getting 3 points, 29-12 left to go in this first half.
Yep, first penalty is a multi. This happens.
Yeah.
This happens. It happens. It's fine. Hi, shout out. Hi, Moose, definitely in the chat. Now skating with Denver as a former MNRD skater. Here for that, Ratchup, but as a Wednesday Adams fan.
We're
here
all
for her.
Wednesday Adam fans.
Centripetal force up for Minnesota Roller Derby. DVS Harm Assist for Boston. Minnesota losing one blocker to the box as DVS Harm Assist picks up that lead jammer status.
Another multiplayer.
Another multi, but this time.
They're playing them out.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just, feel out the first few penalties there.
Jam gets called. 2 points up in the air.
Everybody's confirming.
Absolutely. 1 point. Oh, it was 3. It's a tie game. That's technically a lead change if you want to
Yeah, you may as well
argue
get it
that
started.
point. Everybody should hydrate because
we're in
it's
Arizona.
very important. Hydrate or die.
All right, and we are back.
Jam 3 going on right now.
Whoopsie daisy. Lead, not lead, just kidding. Brad is your lead jammer. Rage Bradbury for Boston. I think that's at least 3 leads in a row.
Whoopsie daisy.
Whoopsie daisy. Held on by Adams and Downer and Malice.
That pack got spread out. They're going to have to let go. Whoopsie daisy comes around on the outside, forces that call off in jam number 3.
So if anybody's interested, if you've never played here before, the floor is nice and slick. Lots of sliding.
Yes.
It's difficult to slow or stop. But it is, those beautiful polished concrete floors.
Polished concrete floors.
Polished. Bringing up our score, we've had 3 jams so far. 9 points total, 3 to Minnesota, 6 to Boston.
Jam 4 starting now.
And here we
Breeze
go.
is wearing the star for Minnesota. Structurally unsound. Jammer record for Boston.
So definitely some new faces since the last time these teams met up.
Both of these
Minnesota
teams
did
come from a
not-
long way.
Yeah, they did not lose by that much last time they met, so we know this is going to be a game. Our first jammer penalty.
Ooh.
Ouchies. A cut track call on Breezes.
First time a jammer's taking a trip to the Night Owl penalty box. That means this is a power jam. Brought to you by Roller Derby Coaching and Snot Rocket Science. I know. I can read that all the way from here.
I couldn't.
That's why I'm over here adding that.
Hope you're enjoying my handwriting.
Yeah. You do have a unique handwriting style for those that have never witnessed it. It's a beautiful thing. Meanwhile, back on the track, what's going on there, Chai?
What's going on? Well, sound is working very hard in the back of the pack. Got us a nice Minnesota tripod. Breezes has the star in hand, and you know what that does? It makes people stop looking at you, just in case you'd like that to happen, but not quite. The refs do still keep looking, and Breezes does go back to the box.
I see all of Boston getting together, and that makes a blocktopus. Thank you, Rich Mahogany.
Rich. I got to call a game with Rich recently.
Lucky you.
If you want to listen to me and Rich giggle, go rewatch those Clover Cup calls.
Every time you call from Rich, you get a little giggles in there. It's par for the course.
If you don't end your weekend a little bit in love with Rich Mahogany, you've done it wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love you, brother.
All right, here we go. Back to this. We see structurally unsound fall to the inside. Going to have to recycle. Breeze is back out of the box, looking for the way through. Held down by Volt and Slammer in that tripod.
That was a defensive gem of a gem. Oh, my.
And Trouble Helix, too. Just want to make sure I get all the names in the tripod. You know. Blockers matter.
Yes, blockers do matter. And we love our blockers. Coming up next on the Sublime Jam line, who do we have?
Who do we have? We've got Anaconda for Minnesota and Mayor for Boston. We are seeing, I see a forearm. Yep, forearm call on a blocker. That's Malice going to the box. Meanwhile, Anaconda picking up lead for Minnesota.
Nice.
Mayor getting pushed out, but very quick with that recycle. Anaconda back in the pack. Lead Jammer Award, yeah, 2 each so far. But Anaconda taking that lead status. Mayor still working on the initial. Boston has lost their pivot hat.
Oh, no.
Oh, all right. Mayor decides that she's got to knock everybody down and gets out.
Shout out to Loose Change, who wants to be here this weekend but can't because of work considerations. We miss you, Loose. We
Also,
wish you were here.
Fun fact,
Absolutely.
this is Mayor's first game with Boston A.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations, Mayor.
Absolutely. Congratulations,
Let's hear it
Mayor.
for Mayor.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you, Boston cheering section.
I love crustaceans. I see you, Klaus. 5 seconds until we get to jam number 6. 7-6 up on the board. That was a lead change. Everybody should hydrate.
Ooh.
Lexi Cuter wearing the star for Minnesota going up against DVS Harmicist. That's 2 in a row. Lexi Cuter out front and lead. Pat gets on the back. Lexi Cuter goes around the outside and goes ahead and calls it off. Not before picking up 2 points, bringing their total up to 9. 9-6 with 22 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in this first frame. Shout out to all my friends in Texas watching. Shout out to all my friends in Michigan watching. Especially you, Teresa. I know you're out there. Thank you so much.
All right, immediate offense here from Adams on Killer B, but Amanda Laurier taking over on that tripod, bracing that tripod. Still Adams working on that offense, trying to get this Boston Jammer out. That is Monsoon, centripetal force jamming in the back for Minnesota. Oh, but gonna go to the box on a forearm call. Power jam, Boston.
Brought to you by Roller Derby Coaching.
All right, Monsoon seeing the opening. Oh, almost. Those Minnesota tripods are no joke.
Both of these defenses are just locked down for sure.
Almost a full penalty kill there, but Monsoon does pick up that lead jammer status.
Everybody skating backwards towards the Sips Elixirs pivot line.
Okay, nice footwork there by Centripetal Force, knocked out at the last second by Adams, who was playing a little bit of offense. Downey taking over the offense. Ooh, nice. Ooh. Gosh, wow, nice footwork, wow. All right, Centripetal Force is out of that pack. Monsoon again knocked out to the inside. Gonna recycle, gonna call that one off.
7 jams in the books. 4 points to Boston A on that. And that is a lead change for everybody playing at home.
Ooh, lead change. ACRD
Boston's
is one
fan
of,
club out there doing a little chant going on.
shout out to everybody who is subscribing. Thank you. You do get a free-ish Prime subscription. It is cheaper than any other pay-per-view you will get.
$7.99. And then you don't have to watch none of those silly ads.
And they're so bad, too. But hey, we got ourselves a lead jammer.
Woo!
That is Rage Bradbury.
Raging out there on the track.
Trouble Helix in the box, but it seems like it was worth it.
Whoopsie daisy.
Oh, straight up Apex jump. No, really. Oh, a cut. Ooh, lead lost 2-minute jam.
Power Jam, Power Jam, Power Jam brought to you by Roller Derby Coach, and it's not rocket science.
Justice for Brad.
Whoopsie daisy trying to make full advantage of this. 4 points in the pocket. Make that 8.
Bizquick going to the box. Nothing goes with pancakes like coffee.
You're right. You're right there. You're right.
We'll be here all weekend.
All weekend.
All weekend. All right, Whoopsie Daisy trying to beat this Boston tripod. Minnesota tripod just waiting for Brad. That's probably wise. Brad's pretty fast. Oh, big hit out to that inside line. 6'9", Mandalorian.
72 wheels on the track. Now we got all 80 out there inside the lines. As the night out penalty box has no room in it right now. Oh, it's got all room in it right now. Nobody's in there.
All right, everybody just picking up points. This is a 2-minute jam, so this is the time for defense to shine.
Seems like we had a whole bunch of lead changes already in this game.
Yeah.
I want to say at least 4.
I think so.
5.
Cut track call on Brad.
Thank you, Cakes, our super producer.
As the jam comes to an end, I think we'll check those points. Big jam for Minnesota, another lead change. So 25-18, Minnesota now in the lead, just under 18 minutes left in this first half of this rematch between Minnesota All-Stars and Boston A.
Wow.
Wow.
Absolutely. Jam 9 starting in about 5 seconds. Just long enough to give a shout out to Arizona Roller Derby celebrating 22 years of roller derby greatness.
All right, we
Executor out front and lead. Take it away, Chai.
We got ourselves a lead jammer. Brad patiently waiting in the box. Executor now here on a scoring pass. Minnesota doing a great job of keeping Boston a bit separated. Nice chaotic offense happening. Yep, Executor just hopping past Malice there on the outside line. Oh, but it is going to be a penalty. It is actually going to be a cut track call on Executor. So again, another 2-minute jam, hashtag blessed. And Brad now gets a chance to finish that initial and score some points for Boston.
Power Jam, Power Jam, Power Jam.
Power jam.
What's going on in the chat?
What's going on in that chat? Does anybody know?
You know.
Where a red can get that dope hooded jersey from the front IPR. Actually have no idea. But we will, I think that's Chaos, so maybe we can ask her after this.
Yeah, well, for sure we will.
Hey, Chuck in the chat. Brad, so zippy out of the box. That is a fact. Executor having to recycle back behind this Boston pack. That's the hard part. It is hard to stay inbounds on this track, so we're going to see a lot of recycling this weekend.
Especially when you're sliding everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, big hits up the front of the back.
Ooh, big recycle, too, all the way back behind that Sips Elixirs pivot line. Hey.
Good job.
Hey.
Love that Sip Elixirs.
It's like I know what I'm doing.
Professional.
Just a tiny little bit. Kira the Kiwi in the chat says Bradams. Yes, that's nice. That's a good pair. You see Adams with the pivot and Brad with the star. We did get a star pass at the end of that jam But it is going to be another positive jam for Minnesota. 12-7, 37-25, 15 and a half minutes left on this clock.
19 points in those 2 minutes.
Team timeout.
Tell
me something fun. Tell me something fun, Johnny.
Brought to you by the merch table. Come pick up some stuff at the merch table, but wait until 1 o'clock to get over there and get some real merch. Also, the juniors, 8 to 17. If you're interested in roller skating or roller derby, look for an alternative sports experience for your child. Join the AZRD Juniors. Practices are held on Sundays in Mesa at the Broadway Rec Center. Visit ArizonaRollerDerby.com/juniors for more information. Also, if you want to get in the online raffle, even everybody listening to the stream, tickets are $5 each. You can find it at the Arizona Facebook page.
Cool.
And you can download that QR code and join the raffle that way as well.
Oh, don't forget, you can also vote for MVPs for the whole tournament.
Yes.
We get to pick the game ones.
We are picking the game MVPs, but you can influence us.
Yeah.
We're easily influenced.
We are very easily influenced. Yes, tell us who you think should be the MVPs for this game. MVP, blocker, jammer, and overall.
And we'll be giving them stickers and telling them how much we love them.
Tear them up on the chat. Defense on both these teams is just chef's kiss. I'm like, you're correct.
Jam 10, Anaconda wearing the star for Minnesota. Structurally unsound. Jammer record for Boston.
All right, we got ourselves a lead, jammer. That is sound for Boston. Oh, chased by Anaconda. Yeah, I would do that too. I would call that off.
For real. Well, they just had two 2-minute jams in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll take a little break. You know what I mean?
I want to talk about Derby Girl Designs. Add some sparkle and grit to your game. Derby Girl Designs creates handcrafted jewelry and unique gifts using rust-resistant stainless steel bearings, genuine gemstones, crystals, and CZ stones.
Genuine.
Visit derbygirldesigns.com and save 15% with the coupon Cactus Cup.
Agenda holding down that Boston tripod. And Amanda Lorian looking back for Minnesota, and hey, that does lead to centripetal force picking up lead. Jammer status.
Jammer race, jammer race, jammer race. Love it.
Mare catching up. Nice, big hit on that outside. Mare does pick up a point. You get a point, and you get a point. 38-26. Ooh, this is a game. Mando doing some incredible blocking. Agree.
We got an official timeout brought to you by Umpire Strikes Back and
Rehab Lab.
Rehab Lab?
Rehab Lab.
Tell us about Rehab Lab.
If I told you about it, I'd be making things up.
I wanted to talk about 888 New York City. The Sweat Saver.
I got it. I found it.
Okay.
I found it. Rehab Lab. Tempe and Scottsdale's movement expert, Dr. Ben Leong with Rehab Lab. Achieve lasting pain relief and optimal movement through personalized chiropractic care. Dr. Ben builds his treatment around you and your goals.
Rehab Lab.
Rehab Lab.
Proud sponsor of our OTO. See what you did there?
Yeah.
You made us look good. Thank you for that.
We look so good. You can't see us, but we look so good.
Well,
you got to be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
I do want to take this opportunity to thank our stream team, the best stream team in the whole wide world, for bringing us this free stream on the Twitch.
Pretty good.
Absolutely.
But if you don't want ads, you do have to subscribe.
But it's like $7-8.
Yeah, seriously.
Come on.
Cheaper than any other pay-per-view
Absolutely.
you're going to get.
And Arizona Roller Derby,
games.
22 years strong.
3 days of games.
$8. Come on.
We're going to be here till 10 o'clock tonight.
Yes, we are. And it'll help us pay for parking. 39-26, 14 minutes left to go in the first half. After party at Bloom Boom. In case you want to know.
Bloom Boom.
That OTO
What is that?
Gonna morph.
Is that a bar?
It's the Bloom Boom. That's our after party location right here
well,
at
look
the
at
Arizona Athletic Grounds.
Ah, nice.
Jam 12 going on right now. Whoopsie daisy, wearing the star for
nice.
Minnesota. DVS Armistice. Jammer record for Boston. Take it away, Chai.
Okay, and we got ourselves another power jam, this time for Minnesota. DVS Armistice going to the box. A forearm. Really? okay. I love officials, but sometimes I wonder. Here we go. Boston pivot down head into the box.
That was the inadvertent whistle.
Malice released, so Power Jam continues. 4 points on the board for Whoopsie Daisy. Nice big hit into that pack. Separates Volt and Malice with ease. Gonna have to recycle though. DVS Harm Assist is free from the box. Nice. Big hits and done with the initial.
That was some work to get through there.
Yeah, it was.
And Whoopsie Daisy's going to take advantage and go ahead and call it off with 12 points in the pocket.
Yep.
Looks like getting 4 more. That's going to be 50-26 with 12.5 minutes to go in this first frame.
All right, Minnesota, they did not come to mess around. Definitely doing a little pull away here. 20-point game. Okay, let's get it started.
We're going to have to say 500 thank yous because we got 500 people watching on the Twitch.
Awesome.
Woo.
Welcome to Arizona Roller Derby Cactus Cup 2025. And your lead jammer is a Breezes. Monsoon is also free. Breezes wants those points. Sees Adams, calls it off. To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. Breezes on Good Friday doing the things. Like it.
So definitely at least 5 jammers for each team. Mare up for Boston.
Hi, Venus. Lexicutor, wearing the star for Minnesota, going up against Mare. I knew you had to do your little passcode there, so I wanted to fill in for you why you could do that. And Lexicutor out front and lead for Minnesota. Mare does get through, clear on the initial. In pursuit. Lexicutor goes ahead and makes her way through the pack and calls it off. 4 points on that jam to Minnesota, 57-30, 10-50 to go in the first frame.
Got ourselves a little flat 3-wall on the Sublime Jam line.
That's 4. That's a blocktopus. Just
oh,
not
it is.
Together
Okay,
yet.
okay. I just see a lot of black pads. All right. Oh, a little 4-wall. Just kidding. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Don't threaten us with a good time. Okay, here we go. Rage Bradbury
Nice.
up for Boston. Centripetal force for Minnesota. Just barely getting that lead over Brad. Both teams are now like, oh no, let's back up into these jammers. Oh,
Ow.
Runs right into Agenda.
Agenda had one right there.
And the jam will be
Definitely.
called.
That's going to be a mark on the MVP thing.
1 point for Minnesota, 58-30. Not taking any chances with that lead right now. 10 minutes left in this first half.
Here on game number 2 of day number 1 of Cactus Cup 2025.
Okay, Minnesota doing that 5-second run back. Whoopsie Daisy immediately run into that inside line, trying to beat that Boston line. Structurally unsound in the back behind the Sublime Jam line. Looking for a way through on the lines, but you know, if you watch Minnesota play, they're not going to let you out on the lines. That's not a thing. It's going to be Whoopsie Daisy, lead jammer. Hey, welcome subscribers. Haley Matt, Milo goes too. And we've got ourselves a star pass to Felix Block.
That's going to force that call off. Whoopsie Daisy going to go ahead and call it off. Picking up 2 points on that jam.
That's
60-30. And we got a timeout on the floor.
Is that a, oh, that's an official review.
Okay, this official review is brought to you by the Certified Sweat Saver from 888, delivering top-tier safety, unmatched fit, and pro-level protection for derby, vert, and everything in between. Developed, tested, and trusted by the best. Try one for yourself. Also, for our good friends over at 187 Killer Pads, often imitated, never duplicated. 187 Killer Pads is the gold standard for roller derby protection, worn by the most pros in the world. They were the first to make pads specifically for roller derby athletes. The Pro Derby knee features patented tech, an ergonomic fit, and industrial strength and durability. While I'm at it, yee-haw from heaven.
Rip. Official review. What do you think it was about, Johnny?
They're discussing whether candlesticks make a good gift or not.
Ooh, that depends.
Is that too soon?
No. Oh my God.
We love our officials.
We heart
And
officials.
they are dazzling, I might add.
dazzling.
Yes.
We even have an official timeout sponsor.
Do we?
We do.
It's Rehab Lab. Tell us some good things about Rehab Lab.
I already did. We only have to
Oh.
do it once per game, so I'm done with that.
We could do it again if you want. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Well, do you
but
want
by,
the sheet?
by Sunday, I will.
I know you will. We
Champion
love
Scottsdale's
Rehab Lab.
movement expert, Dr. Ben Leong, achieve lasting pain relief and optimal movement through personalized chiropractic care. I hope it's all personalized. All right, here we go. OR.
It looks like White is asking for a forearm. And the referees got together and talked about it, and the no-call stance.
Ooh, official review lost. So
That-
no one has won an official review
That
yet.
dot goes away, and it doesn't turn into a plus sign. I hate to see that. I love it when they turn the plus signs. Ask Jams about that.
It's hard. You really got.
It was
we
like
did. We won 2 of those at least.
a 38 vertical jump.
Yeah.
Man, that was
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
Love you, Jams. All right, we're fixing to morph into jam number 17 as we get out of this official timeout, brought to you by Rehab Lab. You can go ahead and use the fan.
I don't need it. I'm okay.
your
I just
biggest
need
fan.
we have like fans. It's warm in here. It's not warm in here. I'm just excited, so I'm hot.
I'm kind of excited too, and I got a bunch of clothes on. And it came back.
Nobody's in trouble yet, penalty-wise.
Yeah.
In case anybody wanted to know.
Well, there's only 19 so far in this game.
Crowns, I do.
Thanks to that extra large font on this computer that's right in front of us.
I know. I love extra large fonts. Not a euphemism.
We do have Cakes, the super producer, sat next to us, giving us all the good things. Thank you so much, Cakes. All right. Looks like everybody's in their places with shiny faces. Let's do some roller derby in about 5 seconds. It will be Jam 17.
All right. Everybody's backing up into those jammers, but if jammers initiate first, it's fine, you know?
Anaconda wearing that star for Minnesota. Rage Bradbury, the jammer record for Boston. Tell us what's going on, Chai.
What is happening? Anaconda almost threw on the lead. Poisonberry Pie playing some offense, trying to get that pack stretched out.
Oh, my.
Boston's not messing with that, though. We do see Brad in the back, held down by that Minnesota tripod. No lead for anybody. No lead for you. Whoopsie Daisy still working on this initial, still getting a little help from Poison. Nice, almost. But Rainbow Crash is there to catch you on the inside line. Here we go, a penalty. Here is that multi we were probably gonna get.
Both of these defenses are just totally locked down over here in turn 1.5.
But you really do, you really have 2 groups of people who have played a lot of roller derby together, a lot. So it is, you're gonna see everything really tight and focused.
So we got lead declared.
But Anaconda had to recycle.
As everybody should recycle.
And that jam was so long, and it took so long. I love to see it. I love defense.
Defense is good. 60-30.
There's a man looking
it's
at you,
Wrecking
Johnny.
Bill.
Who's that man, Johnny?
That's Wrecking Bill. Part of the 6-time champion gatekeeper.
All right, here we go. Next jam coming up. That is going to be jam number 18, starting right now. Minn Swoon up against Lexi Cuter. Lexi already at the top of the pack, making that team stretch out. Minn Swoon getting recycled back the other direction. So here's your bridging gif.
That was a bridging gift because there was a lot of bridging going on
A
there.
lot of bridging. We do see Slammer head to the box on a forearm call, so pack advantage to Minnesota. And we've got a star pass to Felix Block. Boston good at the sneaky star pass.
That answers the question of how far we can stretch that back out.
Yep. All right, here we go. Lexi Cuter still working on this.
She likes those numbers.
I do like those numbers. People hand me
Absolutely.
numbers and my brain turns off. So 4 points so far on the board for Lexi Cuter, your lead jammer for Minnesota. Felix Block with the star for Boston.
It makes sense, too.
Boston has done 4 star passes so far this game to good effect. Oh, almost on the outside line. Caught by Mad Libs, but perhaps
Just
not.
a little too much?
A little
Just-
too hard. Mad Lib too hard. Okay, Lexi coming through 16 points so far in this jam while we were running our mouths.
Sometimes you play defense so good, you have to take a little seat in the night out penalty box.
That's the way it goes. All right, jam is going to come to an end. Massive jam for Minnesota.
Wow.
Massive. One more point on that last pass, just as a little treat. 17-4 in favor of Minnesota Roller Derby. 77-34 total. 5.5 minutes until the end of this jam.
Half.
Half.
Jam half.
Jam half. Look, I only had one Red Bull. I think it's time for my second one.
And you did the first game this morning. That
I
is
did.
crazy.
Poorly, but I was there.
Well, you had Muffin keeping the same thing.
Thank
Absolutely.
anybody who's listening for that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bobby Narco.
And now this DVS Pharmacist, your lead jammer for Boston. Got to break that streak Minnesota's been having. But here we go, Centripetal Force knocking down Adams and running past Malice to finish that initial. DVS Pharmacist coming back around for another scoring pass. Looks like they've gotten the keep going fingers. Centripetal Force, 1 to beat. Beats her. Yep,
Got to shout out Downer for that awesome defense work out there as well on that jam.
Downy defense is what it is.
Woo.
DVS Pharmacist is going to call this one after Minnesota picks up 4 here for 6 jam, 81-40.
Just over 4 minutes left to go in the half.
420.
I wasn't going to go there, but
We can go there.
yeah, we could.
This ain't regional.
It is Arizona.
This ain't champs.
There was a lot of talk in the chat about that last game.
Oh yeah, Rolling Stoner. Who got bit by a snake and the snake died.
Snake died.
Snake died, yep. All right, here we go, and your lead jammer is Whoopsie Daisy. Mayor jamming for Boston, running right past on that inside line. Saw that opening, ran for it. Smart. Whoopsie Daisy destroying this tripod. Just as Mayor comes through, but gonna hold Boston scoreless.
Wow.
Oh, and we are gonna see a high block, perhaps. Yep, a high block.
That's going to be
Assessed
a power jam.
By Kira Duncan to Whoopsie Daisy. Shout out to all those OPRs out there.
For sure, for sure.
Doing
Coach
more
is gonna
skating
go
than
out there
anybody.
and state a case. And call an official review.
Ooh.
I bet I know what that's about.
What do you think they're gonna do, Johnny?
They're going to talk about whether that happened or not right there in front of them.
Yeah.
And this Power Jam sponsors by Roller Derby Coaching and Snot Rocket Science.
Who's to say?
Snot gives good classes. Go take one. Check it out. RollerDerbyCoaching.com.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. So we're gonna have a little OR. If Minnesota doesn't try to get that jammer out of the box, I have questions.
You got any shout outs you want to say hi to anybody
Got any
back
shout out?
home?
Lexi is a force, OMG.
Yes.
Thank you, Kier the Kiwi. Moose, a 5-minute jam would end me forever. Was there a 5-minute jam? No.
There were two 2-minute jams.
Two
so
2-minute
that
jams,
was
yeah.
5-minute jam.
Just about, yeah. Excellent offense from
Love
Adams.
you
Hey,
too,
Smite.
Moose.
See Smite in the chat.
Yay.
Team Ghoul Squad is a huge Mare fan. We got a lot of Mare fans.
A lot of Mare fans.
A lot of Mare fans. A lot of Adam fans.
Mick
Swoon.
Mick Winkle's coming.
When people cheer for Swoon, they just put Swoon in all caps. No call will stand.
And that dot's going to go away and not turn into the plus sign.
That thing that happened right in front of him? Yeah, you called that.
Shout out to the Roller Derby Officials Association, RDOA, and McWinkle. Look it up on Facebook. Going into Jam 21. Take it away, Chai.
All right, DVS Pharmacist wants that lead jammer status, smiling the entire time, gets the lead. Maybe that's the key. Whoopsie Daisy starting from the box. DVS Pharmacist continuing this power jam, stuck on Poisonberry Pie. Yep, here we go, through for 4 points.
Rolling across that sips of liquor.
The what?
Pivot line. The pivot line.
We haven't had any beer yet, Johnny.
Yes, I haven't. Just sweet tea.
This man has 3 gallons of sweet tea in the fridge.
Well, two now.
Back at the house.
Two
Yeah,
now.
2 now.
One's already gone.
It's not even a whole day.
Those Pop-Tarts were good this morning, though, weren't they?
They were. We put butter on those Pop-Tarts. But DVS
Yes.
Pharmacist is continuing to
Nice.
score points, just hopping right through on that inside line. 4 more points for Boston.
Beautiful move.
Whoopsie Daisy out of the box and through in the confusion. DVS Pharmacist again hoping for another 4. Whoopsie Daisy. Nice
And
call off, man. These refs are really attentive to these call offs.
I was hoping that Minnesota was going to steal one there at the end and make it a palindrome for us, but that didn't happen.
Nope. Almost.
Shout out to my good friend Chip Queso. Might be watching on the stream.
Hi, Chip. What kind of Pop-Tart? Frosted cherry. And we put butter on them.
Yes, we did put butter on them,
It was
and they were
good.
so good.
It was good.
We toasted them in the toaster and then put butter on it, and they melted. Jam 22, Breezes wearing the star for Minnesota. Rage Bradbury, the jammer record for Boston, is your lead jammer.
Ooh, and a Minnesota star pass.
Mad Libs,
Mad Libs
Mad Libs.
making it up as we go along. Brad spinning around that outside line. Oh,
Wow.
A cut track call called by Toxic Narcotic. Power Jam Minnesota. And a 2-minute jam. At the
Ouch.
end of the period.
Yes.
Oh, we're getting that. We're getting that. Okay.
All right, we're going to go all the way to the end.
Taking a spill there on the outside, but still smiling. Mad Libs picks up 4 for Minnesota.
Da-na-na-na.
Sometimes I'm okay to just watch, you know what I mean? Wow, defense. Wow, defense. Nice penalty kill. Just 4 points there for Mad Libs.
Block lobster.
Brad back on the pack. We are going to see a direction call as Brad runs away from the pack. 4 points and 2 Minnesota blockers in the box.
Night out penalty box might have a few people in it. And get more all the time.
Oh, nice, nice edge surfing by Brad there. 4 more points for Boston. Evening up this jam. Period clock has expired. We got 15 seconds. Oh,
And
wow.
it will go the full 2 minutes.
You say for 3 seconds.
Nice.
All right, guys, that's going to be 4 more points for each jammer. That's halftime. A 12-12 jam, 95-61. Minnesota in the lead.
Go get you some snacky snacks. Get you something to hydrate on.
We will be right back.
Absolutely.
You give it everything you've got. And so do we. Why? So you can reach higher. Do more. Be yourself. Trust yourself. On the track, in the park, believe in yourself. Protect yourself, because no matter who you are, we've got you covered. Certified protection, second to none.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
You give it everything you've got, and so do we. Why? So you can reach higher, do more. Be yourself. Trust yourself. On the track, in the park, believe in yourself. Protect yourself, because no matter who you are, we've got you covered. Certified protection, second to none.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing.
Give it everything you've got. And so do we. Why? So you can reach higher. Do more. Be yourself. Trust yourself. On the track, in the park, believe in yourself. Protect yourself. Because no matter who you are, we've got you covered. Certified protection, second to none.
Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license.
You give it everything you've got. And so do we. Why? So you can reach higher. Do more. Be yourself. Trust yourself. On the track, in the park, believe in yourself. Protect yourself. Because no matter who you are, we've got you covered. Certified protection.
There you go. There's some stats.
There's some stats. Nobody's really in any penalty trouble. A couple people sitting on 3. Everybody else just has 2 or 1 or none.
27 total penalties between both teams.
Nice and clean. Nice and clean.
Very, very.
And these are very good referee crews.
Yes, they are.
Who's some really good refs that you see out there? I see Mark. Not listening.
Let's just go ahead some official love. Velma Deckley, Otter Mayhem, Kit Ruff, Rex Blocker, Dak in the Box, 9-Inch Wheels, Nerdy Little Secret, Tombo number 5, and Rita Slayworth.
All righty, and on skates, we've got Genetic Mary Chaos, Umpire Strikes Back, Newbie McHusband, Kira Duncan, Toxic Narcotic, and Baconate Her.
Love our officials here at Cactus Cut 2025 at the beautiful Arizona Athletic Grounds. The prettiest venue I've been in a long, long time.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
And that food out here, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah, they fed us chicken tacos.
Chicken tacos with salsa verde.
And vegetables.
And veggies.
Squash.
I saw you had some squash, some green and yellow.
Really good.
Oh, my gosh.
Roasted to perfection.
Now I'm sad I didn't get you to get me a plate.
I told you. I asked you. I said, John, you want me to fix you a plate? And you were like, no.
I really don't like eating and then talking in the mic because then everybody smells what I had for lunch when
we're
they
all
get
eating
on
the
mic
same thing.
right after me.
They're going to smell it anyway.
I'm just trying to look out for the person behind me.
No, you will smell salsa verde.
Far out.
All right.
We're about 10 seconds away from gameplay in the second half.
Hello in the chat, Speedo.
Speedo's in the chat.
Speedo.
Far out.
My Valkyrie teammate, Double Dog Daria. Well, that's my friend. Who's your friend, Double Dog Daria? Risky Bismuth. Oh, great derby name. Oh my gosh, let's go Boston.
Absolutely. I like it how you revert to that accent just every time you say
Boston.
it.
That's how you're supposed to say it.
Absolutely.
All right, and we are back. Lexicutor up for Minnesota. Mayor for Boston. Box is clear. This is Mayor's first game with the Boston A team. Let's hear it from Mayor.
Yay, Mayor.
And we got ourselves a lead jammer.
That is Lexicutor.
And I saw somebody calling it cut track, but that went to a blocker this time. I think, I thought Mayor was going to get some points, but nope. Nobody points. No points for you.
That was Killer B taking a seat in the Night Owl penalty box for playing too good of a defense.
All right, Mad Town Deer. Minnesota all pinch. Chuck it. Let's go, Boston. 10,000 Lakes. Is that a cheer? 10,000 Lakes. 10,000.
10,000 Lakes is the Minnesota State thing.
Is it? I thought there were 10,000 lakes in New York.
That's where the Lakers came from. Was from originally Minnesota.
Oh,
Jam
well.
2.
The more you know. Your lead jammer is Centripetal Force from Minnesota. Devious Pharmacist coming in hot behind.
That was a quick jam.
3 points. Picking up 3 for Minnesota here. 98-61 at the beginning of this second half.
Minnesota 2 points away from filling that bucket up first. Boston with 61. Still 28 minutes to go in this contest.
Okay, we got some Pills fans in the house. Devious Pharmacist's nickname is Pills. Kira the Kiwi and Lucy's Papaya. Shout out to Riz, number 20, defense all day. That is Roland Riz for Minnesota Roller Derby.
Whoopsie daisy wearing the star for Minnesota up against Rage Bradbury for Boston. Rage grabbing that lead jammer status. As Chai tries to finish that second taco.
No, I'm gonna have to wait now. I'm too invested in this game. It's gonna have to just wait.
Oh,
a cut.
A call off that doesn't happen. Rageberry off to the night out penalty box. It is a power jam situation brought to you by Roller Derby Coaching and Snot Rocket Science. Whoopsie Daisy trying to get through and make the most of this power jam situation for Minnesota.
Situation.
It is.
Chuck, it says, oh, that offense from Crash, Purple Hearts. We heart Rainbow Crash. Don't forget to support your World Cup teams. Team Brazil raising funds. Find out more on their socials.
Absolutely. And
Here
there's
we
going to be a
go.
lot of people needing a lot of help to get the World Cup. So check them out and give some coin if you're so inclined.
All right, here we go. Whoopsie Daisy back in the pack, looking for the way through. Trying to get a little offense here from Prim Reaper, who's, pretty good at roller derby. Pretty good.
Mandalorian, too, playing some awesome defense at the back of the pack. Looks like we got a high block call.
Okay, Brad is free. Minnesota losing that blocker to the box. No lead jammer here. Brad had that lead, lost it with the penalty. We got 25 seconds, so plenty of time for these jammers to score some more points.
First 2-minute jam of the second half.
Yep. There we go. Adams knocking out Whoopsie Daisy, doing a little recycle. As long as the pack goes back, you may as well keep going. Brad at the top of the pack with 2 to beat, getting some offense from Crash. Whoopsie Daisy back. And that is going to be the end of the jam. I think we are going to see an out of illegal position or something assessed at the end of that jam.
Nice jam for Boston.
Very nice
on jam 3 of the second half.
So 12-7 jam, so not as nice as maybe everybody wanted on the Boston side of things. 105-75, 26 on the clock. Adams sitting in the box for Boston, but 2 Minnesota blockers in the box. So we're gonna have ourselves a little 2-3 drill. Hard to tell if it was affiliate reform or destruction. Yeah, it was hard.
Yes,
we don't know.
We're indeed.
Illegal position.
Monsoon grabbing that lead jammer status. Anaconda still working at that tripod at the front of the pack. MC Slammer and friends. The Boston defense is really just swarming out there.
Oh yeah, Felix block with a little bit of a run back there. Everybody's talking. MC Slammer and Volt, 2 blockers who played together a long time. Electrocute, 1-2-0 there.
Monsoon trying to play some defense along with that offense.
Nice. Okay, and whoops, yeah, Anaconda.
That was just a stash.
Yep. But finally completes the initial.
Everybody in the world asking for a call off, and it happens. Boston's going to pick up 4 points on that jam. Minnesota picks up 1, 106-79, 24-21 left to go in the contest.
See a stripe handed to Rainbow Crash at the last second. Not quite the last second. We still got like 5.
Shout out to all my friends in Texas watching at home.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Woo-hoo. We are underway. Jam number 5. Lexicutor wearing the star for Minnesota. Structurally Unsound wearing the star for Boston. Take it away, Chai.
Ooh, okay. Big hit on Structurally Unsound, and that is gonna be a forearm call. I saw that. Sound recycled back behind Prim Reaper and Poisonberry Pie. Oh, jumps. Is it safe?
Nice.
It is safe.
It is safe.
It is safe. Lexicutor is your lead jammer.
We got a jammer race. I love jammer races.
They're waiting to see if maybe they should get that blocker out of the box or.
Man, that pack got sped up, didn't
Yeah.
it? Woo, I felt the air all the way over here.
Saw Mark's life flash before his eyes just there.
Nice.
$106.79 on the board. 22.55 on the clock. Here we go. Centripetal force for Minnesota, but it is going to be Mare for Boston, your lead jammer.
All the Mare fans and the Twitch go wild.
This is Sparks and Rec. This game is a defensive clinic. Yes, it is. Mare in the pack, through for 4. Centripetal force free, but no points. So Boston's going to call this one off.
Centripetal call.
Centripetal.
Nice. 4 points to Boston on that jam, 106-83. Chipping away at that Minnesota lead. Do you want to pay some bills?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll let you. How about after this jam?
After this jam.
Gotcha.
Whoopsie daisy. Ooh, a big old back block immediately.
Whoopsie daisy.
Devious Pharmacist wants that lead, gets it.
Another power jam brought to you by Roller Derby Kitchen.
Oh, and a high block to Mando. So, pack advantage, definitely Boston. Although I do see Prim Reaper out there and Poisonberry Pie. And
if you had to have one blocker out
Brutal.
there, Prim would be one that I would pick.
Prim, Poison, Brutal. What a pack. What a pack.
That's not a bad tripod to have out there.
Pretty good.
Yes.
Pretty good defense. Yeah, everybody's going to be watching this game later for the defensive clinic that's been put on here.
Absolutely.
Whoopsie daisy. Knocked out barely by Adams here, who steps out herself. Quick recovery by everybody. 4 points on the board for Devious Pharmacist. 8 so far. Pharmacist.
Yes, use your words.
Nice big legal hit into this tripod. You know they felt that.
And then push.
Boston not giving Whoopsie Daisy any room to maneuver, and it's really difficult even for Poison to play offense here. But, you know, when in doubt, pass that star. Poisonberry Pie is your jammer for Minnesota. Gonna force that call off.
How about all these excellent skaters? Do you have a favorite? Make sure to stick around until Sunday afternoon to find out if our teams agree and select your favorite as tournament MVP. We will be announcing and celebrating our MVPs during halftime of the final game on Sunday. If you've been following our posts on social media, make sure you give us a follow on Instagram at Arizona Roller Derby for all the juicy details on how we got here and what we're up to. Celebrating 22 years of roller derby excellence. That is Arizona Roller Derby.
And don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. AZRD has recently upgraded their setup, and they got to pay for it somehow. This is the cheapest pay-per-view you'll ever get.
You know, it's a super fun. It's the best stream team in the whole wide world. And did you know AZRD is a nonprofit organization? Our donation-based membership allows access to as many people as possible. We never want income to be a barrier to play roller derby. That's why we need your support. Bringing our sport to the members. Make a tax-deductible donation to support our adult and junior programming on our website at ArizonaRollerDerby.com. Every dollar counts. Your donations go directly to help and pay for our venues and operating costs.
All right, and that was the end of that timeout. First timeout for Minnesota. We had a 10-point jam that last jam, 106-93. Boston
Ooh,
wants.
this is getting
Boston
close.
wants that win. Okay.
Right.
Minnesota
Wicked.
wants that win. Everybody wants to win.
Wicked.
But that means we're going to get a tie jam in the last jam, right?
That's what I want.
That's what we
That's
want.
what I want.
We're putting that out there. Meanwhile, Brizos is jamming for Minnesota. Structurally unsound for Boston. In the chat, biting my nails. I would, but I painted them last night.
I'll nibble on mine just a little bit.
We'll put some glitter on them later, Johnny.
Shout out to all the people watching on the big island of Hawaii. Aloha skate.
Aloha.
Aloha Friday, y'all. Mahalo.
We have no lead jammer yet. Just putting that out there. Ah, and as soon as I say it, here we go.
That's the announcer curse. In
Sound.
action.
Is it a curse? Is it a blessing?
No, it's a blessing.
I think we're witches, Johnny. We're
Yes.
witches. All right, so
We,
lead jammer.
we manifest stuff
We
really, really good.
manifest. Sound is your lead jammer. Mad Libs has taken that star pass, and that jam is gonna come to an unnatural end, a call off, if you will.
Unnaturally. Oh, my. Minnesota does fill up their bucket first. Boston just a few points shy of filling their bucket up.
Just a few points.
19 minutes left to go in the contest. A lot of time.
13-point game.
Oh, my. 5 seconds until we get to jam number 9 of the second half. Take it away, Chai.
Northeast Uprising JRD. Let's go, Coach Swoon. Here we go, Mon Swoon on the line for Boston. Lexicutor. We got an Electrocute and a Lexicutor today. All of our electricity names.
Electricity will kill you.
Yeah, if you're not careful. And that is going to be Lexicutor with that lead jammer status for Minnesota.
Nice.
Monsoon with 2 to beat, 3 to beat. The Lexicutor coming back around for that scoring pass. Trying to get that tripod rotating.
That's a Blocktopus. Mm-hmm. There was 4 there.
Oh, yeah. So Agenda and Mando hanging on to that pack definition just barely. OPR's really watching those feet almost from the ground. And we are going to see a multiplayer on Poisonberry Pie. Will this give Swoon, yes, the space that is needed to get that lead jammer status, but no, not lead. Lexi is your lead jammer. Swoon is on a scoring pass, knocked out to the inside. Pack just going backwards behind the Sip Elixir's pivot line, behind the Sublime
Let's
Jam
go
line.
all the way back to the Sublime Jam line.
Bye.
Thank you, Sublime.
Oh, a low block. Busted. Adams, no. So both pivots hanging out in the box. Swoon taking a moment to recycle. Lexi through for 4. Swoon is free for 4. All right, jam will end. Okay, so perhaps, yeah, another 4 points there for Minnesota. 8-4 jam in favor of Minnesota. 114.97 if you're watching at home and you can't quite see that. 16:56 on the clock.
You heard me talking about that Sublime Jam line, celebrating 10 years of success in Arizona. Sublime is your locally owned and operated cannabis brand right here in Arizona. Sublime. Proud sponsors of the Jammer line. Who's up there now there, Chai?
Who's up there now? Centripetal Force and Mayor.
Yay.
I think they've been together at least 3 times now, so that means they're best friends. I don't make the rules. Centripetal Force almost at the top
Or
of that pack.
follow 'em.
Ooh, Mayor on the inside
Nice.
line. Lead jammer. Centripetal Force having to recycle all the way back behind that jam line. Sublime Jam line. Force in the pack on a scoring pass. Perhaps getting a little help from Electrocute here, trying to keep things separated, but also keeping eyes on those jammers. Centripetal Force makes it through. Oh, a forearm for Adams.
Ooh.
Mayor through on the outside. 4 more. Calls that jam.
Got to talk about that MC Slammer defense out there. That
Oh,
was
yeah. Slammer knows what's up.
Good work right there.
Definitely. So who's playing next, Johnny?
114 to 101, and the next game is gonna be
Game 3.
I got it right here. It's Windy City versus Arizona Rising.
Okay, and that's our round robin section. We've got a really intense tournament, so make sure you check out that bracket. There's a printable version you can get. We'll post that link. And here we are, Anaconda versus Rage Bradbury. Agenda hanging on, getting some offense from Poison, but it is a Malice and Agenda, joined by Rainbow Crash. Anaconda forcing that bridge, Malice hanging on, takes the spill, lead Jammer Anaconda.
I remember when I first started watching roller derby, and I was like, why is that last person giving up all the time?
They have to, it's the rules.
It's like, man, you can't quit. You got to keep going. And then I learned.
Oh!
Ouch.
A star pass complete. Adams takes a little spill.
Track awareness.
Almost got away.
About
Almost got away so clean there, but didn't take her long to get out of there. Done with that initial. Boston did hit that century mark in the last jam or so. 118 to 101, 17-point game. 14 minutes. Just over 14 minutes.
14:20. Just in case. Snap.
This game. Okay, guys. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, bring it down, Shy.
Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in.
Serenity now.
Smell the roses, blow out the candles. Shout out to Rachel and the brand new baby. And we are underway, jam number 12. Whoopsie daisy, we're in the star for Minnesota, DVS Harnesses. Donning that star for Boston Roller Derby. We're almost to turn 1.5, and it is still an amoeba.
It's getting a little handsy out there.
Everybody's just circling and circling and circling. But DVS Harnesses does get out and grab lead jammer status coming out of turn 2. Meanwhile, Whoopsie Daisy still working on that Boston up front, that tripod of doom. Whoopsie Daisy pushing. DVS Harnesses goes through on the inside, picks up 4 points right there. Coming around on another scoring pass. Minnesota locks that defense down at the back. Morse to the front. And we got a star pass. Mad Libs now the jammer record for Minnesota.
Ooh, a forearm.
As DVS does get through to pick up 4 more, 8 in the pocket. Cutting that lead to 9 points at the moment.
Okay.
Looking to add a little more.
Harness has brought the pharmacy.
The pharmacy.
The pharmacy.
I got you. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. That's a dozen points for Boston on this jam, bringing that total, that differential to 5.
Are we gonna get a
yes.
lead change?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Another 1 point game.
16 points in the jam. Next set of hips, that Harnesses pass will be a lead change.
Okay. Minnesota, Boston's.
Mad Lib's got other
Mad Libs, you're
designs
not
here,
getting
though.
out of here.
And they're like, no, that ain't happening.
All right,
That
what do we
ain't
get?
happening.
All 4 points for Minnesota on that
Minnesota
pass.
does pick
One
up
more,
4 too.
One more for Boston, so almost a lead change.
Woo, we got a timeout on the floor.
Goodness gracious, team timeout. Boston. Got to take a breath after that. Tell me something fun, Johnny.
I want to talk about Rehab Lab, Tempe and Scottsdale's movement expert, Dr. Bien Leon. With Rehab Lab, achieve lasting pain relief and optimal movement through personalized chiropractic care. Dr. Ben builds his treatment around you and your goals. Official sponsor timeout, Rehab Lab. Also want to talk about our good friends over at RollerCon. If you love roller skating, you know that magic happens when Roller Derby Park and roller skaters of all disciplines get together. Join us at RollerCon 2025, July 9th through the 13th at the Expo Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. Enter to win a RollerCon MVP pass at the Cactus Cup online raffle. You heard me talk about that. You're going to have to go to Arizona Roller Derby, look for that QR code, enter that raffle, and you too could win a MVP pass to RollerCon 2025.
Oh, wow. Okay. Go get that raffle.
Absolutely.
Do you have to be present to win?
I do not think so.
Sick. Cakes, what do you have?
Cake's got something for you.
Cakes hand me a piece of paper. Highest scoring jam with 17 points.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
We got Mare on the line for Boston going up against Lexicutor.
In the second half, 17 points in the second half. First half, Lexi had an 18-point jam. So, big old multi-pass jams.
Yeah, stick around. Anything can happen. We still got 11 minutes and 30 seconds left, and just 4 points separating these two teams as Jam 13 continues.
Mare with the footwork. Oh, but it's not. It's going to be a high block.
Oh, no.
So lead jammer is Lexicutor from Minnesota. Okay, power jam, Minnesota. So close, so close. Boston defense going to have to do some double time work to kill this penalty. But that is going to be 4 points on the board for Lexicutor.
Lexi push, 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 and spun out.
Yep, Lexi back in the box, hitting downer there on the outside line. Mary's free, back in the pack, perhaps some offense.
Nice footwork by Lexicutor to get through that pack on that pass.
Yeah, Boston will always test your footwork, that is for sure. So Mare is through. That was the initial, so not on a scoring, coming around for a scoring pass.
Big hit right there by number 29.
Okay, Lexi will call this off, holding Boston scoreless, just jam another 4 points there on the board for Minnesota. 12-point jam, undoing almost all that fine work Boston just did. 134, 118, just over 10 minutes left in this game. Both of these teams really want to win. Boston most recently beating Minnesota at NA West Regionals. So they've been working, they've been thinking, everybody's been training.
Eating their cheese curds.
Eating their cheese
playing
curds.
Their defense.
Yep.
Working on their footwork.
This is the way.
Way.
All right, Centripetal Force on the line with Monsoon. Monsoon on the outside with the toe stops. Lead jammer for Boston. Centripetal Force taking advantage of the confusion to get out of that pack, quickly catching up. Swoon may be hoping for a quick 4 and a call off. Does pick up 2. 14-point game.
Do want to take this time to thank all our volunteers for laying our track last night and cleaning our floor and doing all the things, setting up our rooms. Thank you to every volunteer at Arizona Roller Derby. Love each and every one of y'all. 134 to 120. A little under 9 minutes left to go in this contest. Game number 2 of day number 1, Cactus Cup 2025. What's going on out there, Chai?
What is going on? We've got Anaconda back on the line up against Structurally Unsound for Boston. Anaconda pushing them almost to that Sip Elixirs pivot line. Sound working back by the Sublime Jam line. Neither of these packs are moving. You're like, no,
Sip Elixirs.
It's defense time today.
Yes.
Anaconda pushed out to the outside just as Sound picks up that lead jammer status.
Nice.
Ooh, big recycle back into turn 4. Making it a little less distant. Sound has to go.
Start pass.
And oh, yep, star pass completed to Poisonberry Pie. Oh, a cut on Structurally Unsound. Power Jam Minnesota. Your pivot, Poison, is your jammer.
Wow. Wednesday Adams with a little derby kiss to the outfield. Poison's going to have to recycle all the way back to turn 3.
Love watching my friends play my friends.
And maybe go a little, nope, turn 3 is enough.
Poison's like, all right, I'll recycle, that's fine.
I'll spin around, go the
I'll do
inside, come back here, do the things. Yes, I do love it when all our friends play each other.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
All right, all jammers are back on the track.
Sound back into the fray, trying to get through that Minnesota wall at the front of the pack.
Poison being blocked by, looks like Adams, Crash, and Agenda. Oh, just barely ekes out past that brace. Some spills there on the inside.
Rainbow Crash with a powerful hit right there.
Somebody's going to the box.
Trying to get a little MVP chip mark there.
Uh-huh. Again, sound gonna get knocked out to the outside. Jam comes to a natural, and looks like gonna be 8-4 jam in favor of Minnesota. 142-124.
That's kind of a palindrome.
It's not,
It's kind of one.
but it's not.
If you just lose the last two. Which Chip would approve of me doing that to make a palindrome, because those are the most powerful numbers in the whole wide world.
They are powerful numbers. Okay.
Jam 16, what's happening?
All right, Breezes. Jamming for Minnesota. DVS harm assist for Boston, taking a spill. Bunch of whistles happening just now. It is going to be a power jam as
Power
Breezes
jam.
picks up a penalty. Another Minnesota blocker picks up a penalty.
Power Jam Boston brought to you by Roller Derby Coaching and It's Not Rocket Science.
Everybody takes a spill. Here we go. Devious harm assist is through.
Everybody
4
bounces back up.
Okay, so power jam. Boston can turn this around. We got 5 minutes. I mean, plenty of time still for anything to happen. This has been Minnesota's game to lose for a hot minute. Harmus is through. Pills is through. 8 points so far in this jam. 142-132. Breeze is returning to the track. I can say that because everybody's looking, you know. You got to make sure people are looking at what you're saying. No clues here.
Yeah, because they can see us while we're talking.
Yeah.
Wrong.
All right. Harmus is still working on this pass, still getting knocked out and recycled. This is not the way. Stay in bounds, jammers. All jammers, stay in, please.
If you want to teach a defensive clinic, this is the game to be.
This is a great game for this.
To be showcasing on that.
Oh, and the jam comes to an end with another jammer penalty. Breeze is back in the box. 12-point jam for Boston here. 142-136. 4.5 minutes.
Clock still ticking down. 4:30 left to go.
Are there any reads we haven't read, Johnny?
No, we've read all the ones.
Cool. You can put that piece of paper right down.
I mean, we
No.
could do another one. Sisu mouth guards, the best mouth guards in the whole wide world. That's Sisu.
All right. Mayor on the line for Boston with the power jam. Lead jammer.
Breezes with the star, standing in the night owl penalty box. Not standing in the night owl penalty box. Big hit. Killer B goes down and bounces back up.
4 points.
Nice. Uh-oh.
I see those blockers looking
You
at
see
that
what's
box.
fixing to happen?
I see stuff is happening.
It's happening right now.
Everything is happening.
Yes, it is.
Crash. Yes.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, Mayor almost through on that inside, but Mando and the pack are there to catch you. Prim Reaper, Poisonberry Pie almost taking out Mayor. 4 more points for Boston. Lead change. Oh, cut track on a
That was pretty good
blocker.
harmony there, Chuck.
Yeah, look at us. Killer B in the box. Mayor coming through, hoping for another pass. Falling down on that wall. You know, to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. Prim Reaper with the star. We've had ourselves a star pass.
Woo!
Prim, hitting Downer hard on that outside line. Knocked out at the last second by Downer and Agenda. Now let's going back with the recycle. Mayor hoping for that 4th point. Gets it.
Grats it.
Extending that lead. 16-point jam for, this is Mayor's first A-team game with Boston.
Wow, you can't tell by watching that play. Superb play by
Doing
Mayor.
amazing. Everybody's doing amazing.
For reals.
Claws up.
Minnesota with the block to push at the front of the pack, trying to hold Mayor at bay.
Crash playing that offense. Mando holding down the defense as the jam comes to an end. Another few points there on the board. We're going to see Minnesota pick up 1. Holy.
Don't see it added yet. There it
Not
goes
yet.
right
19.
there. 19 points for Mare on that
So that's
jam.
the highest scoring jam of the game, I think, so far. Yeah, highest scoring jam of the
Absolutely.
game.
Thanks,
Mare. Congrats, Mare. Look at you. 1 point there for Minnesota.
Absolutely.
143-155. Boston taking the lead with 2:10 on the clock
We got a team timeout.
by Minnesota. Got to even up those timeouts, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, each
This-
team has one team timeout remaining, one official review remaining. Nobody has won an official review yet this weekend.
Not yet.
It's game 2.
Well, it's only game 2.
Shh, we don't have to say it like that. After this, though, who is going to play? We've got game number 3.
Already told you twice.
You already told me. Windy City's second win versus Arizona Rising.
Absolutely.
We've got a consolation bracket. We've got a round robin section, and of course, our elimination games. Holy moly! All right, here we go. We knew this would be a close game, but holy cow, what a game! We're all gonna watch.
We were
this one.
manifesting this
We were
in the first
manifesting
half.
hard.
Yes, we are.
Here we go.
Lexicutor wearing the star for Minnesota going up against Monsoon. Take it away, Chai.
Monsoon knocked out to the inside. But I think, I've seen Monsoon do this. Gets knocked out, but takes that space and then comes back and gets that lead. But it is going to be Lexicutor with the lead status. Again, Monsoon finding space in the confusion as people switch from offense to defense and back again. Lexicutor.
Jammer race back to the pack.
Nice.
Monsoon wins that.
Yep, and that is
Spins around
Trouble
for
Helix.
4.
Trouble Helix with MC Slammer and Volt. So yeah, Slammer going to the box for an illegal position. Jam comes to an end. Minnesota's getting 2 points. 4 for Boston on that one. So it wasn't lead, but took over the jam a bit. And we've got Minnesota using their last team timeout.
Still with that official review, so they could stop playing.
They could stop the game once again.
And this stoppage of play is brought to you by Derby Girl Designs. Add some sparkle with grit to your game. Derby Girl Designs creates handcrafted jewelry and unique gifts using rust-resistant stainless steel bearings, genuine gemstones, crystals, and CZ stones. Perfect for Derby lovers on and off the track. Visit DerbyGirlDesigns.com and save 15% with the coupon code Cactus Cup. Also want to take this opportunity to thank our track maintenance crew, the hardest working volunteers in the game. Thank you so much for what y'all do, keeping us good and stuck.
Hell yeah, track maintenance.
Speaking of stuck, we got some IV hydration over there and B12 shots. You could go over there and get you a B12 shot and tell everybody you got stuck at Cactus Cup 2025.
We got a lot in the chat. Bill's on the line and my heart is pounding out of my chest. My nails have been completely bitten off. I'm concerning my coworkers. I'm gonna vom.
114 till we
Everybody's
find out.
freaking out. Okay, centripetal force. Jamming for Minnesota. Recycled back by Agenda. Adams gone to the box.
And released.
DVS harm assist.
It's a
Jamming for
drive-by.
Boston. All 4 to beat. Oh my gosh.
Oh, in queue.
Lead jammer, DVS harm assist. 48 seconds on this period clock, y'all. Oh, nice and clean. Centripetal force, 4 points.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
But Harmesis picks up 4 as well.
Okay, again, on the outside, centripetal force, 4 more for Minnesota. They're just trading jams now. 10-point game, so if Minnesota wants this, they got to stop DVS harm assist. Oh, wow. Okay, force knocked out by DVS harm assist.
Wow.
We're going to eat some babies today with some salsa verde because we're in Arizona.
Salsa verde. And the crustaceans go wild.
Period clock has expired. That's the call-off.
That's your unofficial score, 153 to 163.
We got to wait for it.
My.
What a game.
Absolutely.
What a game. Woo! So
I'm going to have to take my blood pressure medicine tonight.
I know, right? I'm like, I got to go outside and take a walk.
No doubt.
No doubt. 8-4 jam in favor of Minnesota. So Boston won this game when they met last year at NA West Regionals in this same venue by a bit more. So Minnesota's coming for you.
That's your one rolling whistle, making that score final. 10
That is
points.
it. 153 Minnesota Roller Derby. Falling to Boston Roller Derby A team, 163 points. That is your final score.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for coming. I am Johnny Pepper.
I am Shai Kilski.
Wishing you peace, love, and roller derby.
You give it everything you've